Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic like optimistic, but make it Sims. And I am here with a Create a Sim video that is inspired by Black History Month. Hopefully, I am getting this up during Black History Month, but you know, I am not a content creator, a full-time content creator, so I do my best when I'm not at work to create these videos. As you saw from the title, this is a Nia Long Create a Sim. And now I just want to preface this by saying I was very nervous to put this video up because I was being a bit of a perfectionist, and it's really hard to create Sims that are like real life people, but I just, getting it done is better than perfect. And so hopefully y'all like this and y'all think it's accurate. Even if you don't, just understand that this is inspired by Nia Long. And why I chose to do Nia Long for Black History Month was because I wanted to do something that was pretty recent and also something that was still like kind of lighthearted, because The Sims is something I do to kind of escape a lot of the things in the world. So I thought Nia Long would be perfect, especially because I'm pretty passionate about Black beauty and the importance of Black beauty in media, as well as like positive representations of Black women in television and movies and entertainment in general. And so growing up for me, Nia Long was just like a staple of Black beauty. She was one of the brown skinned actresses that I felt like I could really look up to growing up, because I felt like she looked more like me or the women that were in my life, and she had such big roles, three of which I will be doing like style influence. Like I'll be doing outfits based on those three roles. And her roles, they were like, she was known as the beauty, but I loved like she was sexy, but she wasn't objectified. She was always still like respected and smart and funny, and but also like don't play with her because she's not gonna let you play her. Like she was just a well-rounded woman, and from interviews I've seen her do, I just feel like that's something you can attribute to Nia Long herself and not necessarily just the characters. Even though she was playing a role, I feel like some of those elements were based on like who she was as a person. So I just wanted to pay homage to that. Do y'all say homage or homage? Like, how do y'all say it? I say homage to that. And also just share any people that you looked up to that were in the media where you were like, that person's so cool. Like, I want to be like that person when I get older. I get that we all form like our own personalities and we're not just like copies of these images, but it is like helpful growing up to have like positive figures where you can be like, that person is like what I see myself becoming, particularly for Black women or Black femme, however you identify. So just to get into a little bit about this Create a Sim. Now you see me struggling with her complexion a lot in this video because I was looking at a bunch of different pictures with, first of all, lighting in television in the 90s and the 2000s were like was completely different than it is now. Like, and then on top of that, I feel like it varies so much. They have her in warm lighting, cool lighting, and I just like could not tell like what actually her complexion was. So I tried to be somewhere in the middle. Let me know if it's off of what you think. Like, I feel like I personally kind of always saw her as a deeper complexion, but looking closely, I'm like, maybe this is actually a complexion. So let's talk about the first outfit because I'm almost done. The first outfit is actually not from a movie. It is inspired from The Fresh Prince, which if you've seen my videos before, you know I've been very inspired by The Fresh Prince. I watched a lot of Fresh Prince as a kid and I thoroughly enjoy rewatching it as an adult. And she was Will's girlfriend in that show, and she, she embodied all these things: beauty, sassy, smart, all of those things. And I couldn't find like the exact kind of shirt she had, but she definitely had like a red crop top. I gave like two options, I wasn't sure, but the second one felt more 90s. But yeah, she had like a crop top and some jeans that like fit, but those 90s jeans. I guess they call them mom jeans or whatever. But she wore this to, I think when they went to the cabin, like her and Will went to the cabin or something like that. The character's name was Lisa, and it just was like perfect, like college student vibes, like cute, like you try, but also like I'm chilling. I can go from class to hanging out very easily. And so I love that because that was one of the ways that I saw Nia Long on my screen, especially when I was younger, and maybe some of the other movies weren't quite so appropriate for me yet. So I was able to see her on things like The Fresh Prince. As you can see, I went back and messed with like her eyes and stuff. Like again, like I was really suffering from perfectionism with this video a lot. Ignore the traits I gave her. I just had to randomize some traits so I could save my game because I was actually working on this for days. But if you have traits that you think fit Nia Long, just let me know and I'll update my game, even though I don't plan to play with this sim. This sim is actually in the file with my sim self, which I never do anything with. I just left her in that file. So we are on to the next movie, which might have been the second Nia Long Spidey. No, definitely not. I saw Soul Food at a very young age, but we're not going to do Soul Food. But this is another movie that like was very memorable for me, for Nia Long's character, and this is Friday. And this outfit is extremely simple because this is just her running outside. This is when Craig and Smokey first see her. I hope you all have seen Friday. If not, go watch Friday. I'm pretty sure it's on some streaming platform. And they first see her in the scene, but they know her from the neighborhood. And she, again, this is a movie where you can tell, even though she's not the main character, that she's just like a well-rounded woman. And she's actually not afraid to check Debo, which is very brave because everybody in the hood is afraid of him. I'm just going back to the Fresh Prince outfit and doing the makeup. I always do this. That's the hardest part about doing creative sim videos, is that I don't really create my sims in order completely. Like sometimes I go start on the next outfit and then I have an idea for the previous outfit and then I go tweak it, and I just hope y'all can follow along well enough. We are coming up on the third and final outfit, and I just want to say there were so many movies and shows I could have done that I would have been here until next Black History Month working on this. So I had to just stick to three. There's like I could have, like I mentioned Soul Food already. I could have done Soul Food. I could have done The Best Man. I could have done even more recent stuff like The Banker. I don't know if you've seen The Banker, but it's on Apple TV, and it's like Apple TV Plus, and it's a really good story, historical story, but not like trauma based. I don't want to give too much of it away if you don't know that movie, but I would highly recommend that. She was also in Roxanne, which if you're like a hip hop fan, you should see that, and that's on Netflix. So she's just done so much great work over the years. But the final one, if you can't already tell by this hairstyle, which this is not the final hairstyle, but you can kind of see where I'm going, is Love Jones. This movie, Nina Mosley, like this movie invented aesthetics. I'm just gonna say that. Like it's just a movie that is the beginning of like vibes in movies. Like I cannot properly describe how impactful that movie was just in general on how like Black people see themselves. And I know the movie wasn't exactly like acclaimed when it first came out, and people couldn't necessarily relate to Black people in that light, but that movie's influence on the future was just one of one. And I will say Nia Long's character in that movie did a great job of showing like a woman in love, but again, her own swag, her own interests, her own ways of viewing life. It was just great. I can watch that movie many, many times. I think I even give this two outfits because I'm not completely sure which one to go with, but I think I end up giving two outfits. There were like a couple of outfits to choose from, but I wanted to do things that were more the darker aesthetic. I had a lot of trouble finding a good like 90s fit for these darker outfits. Like everything was like crop tops or like too tight jeans, but I did my best. I think the most memorable, at least for me, the most memorable outfit was her like on the back of the motorcycle with the sunglasses. So I was excited to use these sunglasses because I haven't used them before and it just fit perfectly. Like I kept staring at the screen like these sunglasses are the exact look that I'm looking for. So at least I am confident about that part of the video. And then the second outfit that I do from Love Jones is just a simple outfit. It's the outfit that she wears when she actually does the spoken word. And fun fact, I actually don't really like spoken word very much, but it doesn't take away from the movie for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I could have done 10 outfits, but I chose to just focus on these and try to do my best with these three. I cannot wait to hear what you think about this. And it was really fun to be able to celebrate someone who was a big influence on like my style and just the way I saw myself in the world. And I really enjoy making these kinds of videos. And if you are new here, first of all, you should subscribe, especially if you made it to almost the end of the video. Like, you clearly like this stuff. So subscribe and like and comment and chat with us, some friends. Thank you all for watching. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Talk to you all later. Bye.